Take a break with teachersub.com. Quality video lessons ready when you need them.
Hello, my colorful cursive crew, and welcome back to Master Cursive with Colors, the brightest way to learn. I'm Miss Jackie and thrilled to zoom through the alphabet with you today. Our mission is to continue learning the cursive lowercase letters of I, J, and T. In the last lesson, you learned how to form these letters with big rainbow writing movements, and today that will change to medium-sized movements. Now, before we begin, make sure that you have the supplies needed for today's lesson. You will need stoplight colored markers and one big dark chunky marker. I'll be using blue, but you can use any dark color that you'd like. You also need page 14 from your Master Cursive with Colors workbook. If you need to gather these supplies, pause the video and go get them. I'll wait here until you get back. Okay, buckle up, Brainiacs, because here we go. All my supplies are ready. Workbook page 14, my stoplight colors, and a dark marker. So let's start with our green stoplight. I like to start with this one because it's where we're going to put our start dots, but we also can just quickly write our names on the top of the paper. So my name is Miss Jackie, and you can write your own name down on that line. And then we're going to read the directions. And this says copy the sample and then write a certain number of times. I see here on this second practice of I, J, and T that we will be able to write each letter 6 times. Please write number 6 there with me. Okay, so together what I'd like us to do is use our stoplight colors to mark where each letter starts. Letter I starts on the baseline, letter J starts on the baseline, and letter T starts on the baseline. I'm going to put my green away, and I'm going to take my red to mark where each letter stops. And letter I stops right at its connector, letter J and letter T stops at its connector. Please mark each end with red. And finally, I figure since we have the stoplight letters, what we could do is we could just highlight around the dot, knowing that we're going to have to finish that later, and highlight around the dot of the J. And let's mark the left side of the cross of the T. Maybe even put a little arrow there, because we're going to cross the T from left to right. All right, way to go. So now what I'd like to do is I would like to explain to you how the letter I is written on writing paper. Our writing paper has a baseline, it has a midline, and it has a top line. Our letter I only reaches to the midline, and our dot goes somewhere in the middle between the midline and the top line. When we were doing rainbow colors, we don't really worry about the midline and the top line. We just worry about the form. And on this paper, we start to try to size our letters into the writing paper. So here we have letter I. If I start on the green dot and ramp up and ramp back down, I will pick up my pen and then dot my I. So you did this with rainbow writing, and now I think we are ready for you to do it with me. So this is now a we do. And what I'd like you to do is take your big dark marker and put it on the start dot and ramp up and ramp down to the stop dot, and then pick up and dot the I. Now we're ready to move on to the writing lines. And put your marker right on the start dot, and let's ramp up just to the dotted line. Then ramp right back down and pull away before you get to the bottom and give a little curve for your connector. Now that is a lowercase I, but we need to finish it after we form the whole body, and then we dot it above. Well done. Let's go to the next one, and let's ramp up to the midline and then pull back down and curve away away with a connector and pick up and finish our dot later. Let's do one more together. We're going to ramp up and ramp back down and pull away, make its connector, pick up, and dot the I at the end. Well done. Please finish that row of beautiful eyes, and I will work while you work. How did you do? I think they're fabulous. When I look at all of the eyes, what I'm most proud of is that all my eyes are the right size. Everyone went up to the midline. And then I pulled away before the baseline, sometimes better than others. And if I had to look at all the eyes that I have made, I am going to pick my very first one. I think I really did a good job there. I also noticed that my dots are not all in the same spot, and I don't want my dot at the very top, and I don't want my dot too close, so I'm looking more for a middle range, and I think this one did pretty well. All right. What I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to come right to the sample with me. So let's make sure our papers are turned, and let's go to the J. And I'm going to place my marker on the J. I'm going to ramp up and straight down and turn left all the way to the stop dot. I turned left. Now I'm going to pick up and dot my J. And what I'd like you to notice here on J is that J also is only as tall as that midline. And now let's go to the first dot and let's ramp up to the midline, straight down, turn left for a loop and come through the baseline. Pick up and dot the J. Let's do the next one. Ramp up to the midline, straight down, curve like a tail of G, pick up and dot your J. We'll do one more together. Let's ramp up, straight down, curve to the left, and then dot our J. Well done. I think it's time for you to finish the row, and I will work while you work. How did you do? These J's make me joyful. And when I look at all my J's, and if I had to pick one that I'm most proud of, some have skinny tails, short tails. I think the best J that I made, if I had to pick one, I'm going to pick the one in the middle. Which one will you pick? Your first, your last? Well, I think we're ready to move on down to the last letter of page 14. It is the letter T. And what's different about T than J and I on the writing paper is that T does go up to the very top line. It is a tall lowercase letter. So let's put our marker down on the start dot and let's ramp up, but way up, and then pull our pointer and thumb back down, pick up, go to the yellow dot and cross to the right. All right, let's try that on our own. Now, with this one, you're really gonna have to push your thumb and pointer up when you're writing. And away we go. Ready? Ramp up, tall. Ramp back down, pull away, pick up, and cross just above the dotted line. You don't cross on the dotted line, just above. Okay, and let's ramp up, nice and tall, back down, pull away, pick up, and cross from left to right. Not at the top and not in the middle, but somewhere in between. And let's do one more. We're going to ramp up to the top line, pull back down, and pick up and cross just above the midline. And now I would like you to finish the rest of the row. I will work while you work. How did you do? These are some terrific T's. I look at my T's and I want to make sure that I came to the top of the line for each one, and that I did do. And that I pulled away toward the baseline. I don't want to pull away too early. And then I cross my T, not on the dotted line. Here I see I touched it, but above the dotted line. And if I looked at all my T's, I think my best T is right here. Where is yours? Well done.
You absolutely rocked it with your focus and writing. Today we practiced proper letter formation with chunky marker strokes for some middle-sized magic. Keep practicing by copying more pages from today's lesson and working on your own until each letter feels comfortable. Remember, every time you practice, you grow your cursive abilities and confidence. Did you know? Smart isn't something that you are, it's something that you grow. So keep writing, keep smiling, and we'll see you next time for more cursive fun. See you soon.